Hi, it's Angie. I'm just coming on today to share with you a swap that I've been working on during lockdown. Me and Charlie decided to do a lockdown swap of mermaid, sea, tropical type things. So it's been really fun, something that we've not done before. And all the flat embellishments I'm actually putting in this, I don't know what they're called, box files, are they? It just clips shut at the front. Got it from Poundland, and I thought it would be ideal because it's got the little sea creatures on. So I've just taken all the flat things out so I can show you. Obviously the bulky things will go separately, but when we do a swap we tend to put it in like a bag or something that's themed to whatever the swap is. So we'll have to post this. Normally we give it in person, but we'll be posting these. So what we do any sort of embellishments, anything we like, and we also do a set of 4 cards to go along with the theme. So I can show you those when I come to it. Right, this is on the top. Now I did do a video on this because I did show how to do how I did these with the paint and shrinking them. I won't go through it again because I have got a video on that. Just decorated, I always decorate up my packets, so decorated those. I'm literally going to take them as I come to them. Then I've got this one. I've got it's like a square with tropical leaves coming out. So I've cut them in pink, yellow and blue, and I've used the same colour flowers as the base card and the leaf. See the leaf, so I've got the pink and the colour, and I hadn't got a yellow, so I had to use a sort of a green one there. And I've just used these little images that were on the top of a little paper, and I've just used some like iridescent stuff there, stringy stuff. It's not wool, it's that like plasticky type stuff. I really like that. And I've decorated up the packet. Then I've done a tag. I've used like a really nice background paper, looks a bit like the sea. Cut a tag, I've embossed it. You can just see the star there at the back, and it's got mermaid scales on it. And I've just decorated it up with some flowers, a die cut shell there at the back, and the mermaid. And then in the middle of that flower there's a wax seal with a seahorse, and Kim sent that to me in a swap. And I've decorated the packet again with some of the net and a starfish and shell embellishments. And this one here is one of my favourites. I just called it Mermaid Tears. I've decorated the top like that. So each one I've used a big sequin, very big cup sequin as a base, and I've layered up in sort of mermaidy colours, sort of greens, blues, yellows or pearls, little clusters to make sequin clusters, and some of them have got little pearls in as well, and some haven't. Just made them a little bit different, and they are really nice. Never tried making those before, and they came out really well. Another thing that I've never tried making before is one of these pouches, and it's a laminated. It's one laminated sheet. Yeah, a laminate. You know the sheets that you put through your laminator. I literally laminated the sequins into the plastic, and then just folded it round to make a pouch. And then what I've done is I've made it look like the little creatures are kind of like suspended, as if they're suspended in water almost. And they're actually stuck on a piece of clear acetate. So that's how they look like. They're just sort of in midair. Then I've decorated the top with again some of this acetate, and I cut it into a bow. It didn't look right just flat, so I just had to put some foam pads at the back. I haven't taken the top off to make them sticky, but it just pushes the bits of the bow forward so it actually looks like a bow. It looked really weird before, so I've just put splish splash there, and I did that big splash at the bottom. I thought that would look really nice on there. And then that's the back where you just like got the seam of the bag. So I really liked how that came out. It's quite puffy. So I've never made one of those before. Then I've got these little epoxy resin domes. I've just stuck over some little images from, I think it was on the top of a piece of paper, just to make them into little embellishments. Just decorated that up. And I've got a yellowy green sequin glitter mix in shades of yellow, green, and then there's a little bit of iridescent pink in there, and then there's some big blue shells. I think that's a really pretty colour. I just decorated it up like that. I made a pillow box, just decorated it. It's got pineapples on, and then there's some little goodies inside that Charlie will find when she opens it. Then I've got what do they call them? Is it a lollipop wand? Looks like that. I've used like a fold out fan thing as the base. I've put it on a straw. Had to cut the straw down just a little bit. I've used a pink paper with holographic sort of seashells and things on, and I've used lots of net with the sequins and different fibres both sides, and there's a big resin heart there. Put the word dream, and I've just put this really pretty anchor topper on. I thought that was really pretty, sort of matched with the pink and the blue, and then a big resin seahorse, and then just a handmade with love tag, and again some sequins in that sort of bluey green colour to match. I just think that's really nice. That's that. There's lots of just flat embellishments. I've done these sort of like boy ones. I've done some of these like boys and some girls, because Charlie does scrapbooks and things. So if she's doing a boy scrapbook, she might want to put these in. That's a boy one. Then I cut these, the bases, and then the paper layers on the top with my nesting like flag shaped dies. Put it on sort of like wave paper at the back, and I've used each one has got different flat back pearls on to match the sort of embellishments and the paper that have been used on that particular embellishment. I decorated that like that at the top. And there's this, when you wish upon a star. Definitely a bit of a wishing theme going on here. That beach hut, I've actually put, that Make a Wish is what do you call it, a rub down transfer, Tim Holtz one. I put that on the front of the little beach hut. Wishing, you've got a meerkat there, and then Make a Wish. Those little like shells with the little pearls, I made loads of those before. That was the first thing I did for this swap. I made loads of those, and I did a load of die cuts which I've used throughout the embellishments. So they're not particularly anything special, just using up some odds and ends. Then we've got some more of these flat embellishments that I've cut using the like flag dies, and some like little, I don't know, journaling cards or message cards, whatever. Again, I've used the flat back pearls sort of in the colours that are in the actual embellishment. This is one of more the boy-y ones. I could do with some bling actually on the top of that. That's those. Then these, I've just decorated up the top with a, can you see it says Make a Wish on the tail? No, it doesn't. It says Make Waves. I've just used, I love this octopus die. I think it's lovely. I've just used some like net behind it, and a little bit of a just a offcuts there and created a little topper. Then this mermaid here is a stamp. I've just stamped it onto a tag that I cut, and I coloured it with I can't remember what they're called now. Oh gosh, what were they? They were really popular years ago. Those really iridescent paints. So it's painted anyway. I like the way her body came out. I didn't know if it'd look a bit awful, but the skin's come out okay. Really, really, and that the one I've used, the colour of the paint I've used for a tail is actually called Mermaid, because like if you look at it one way it's blue, and then you look at it another it's green. Then this one here, I've just cut a die cut again, done some stamping, and then just a little lighthouse on there. That's that one. And there's another pack of these. I think that's the last pack of these. I think there was 6 of these cards in total. So I've just, again, literally just layered them up, put the flat backs on to match the images. Then these were stickers. These 2 little girls, they're literally just stickers. I've just layered up onto a paper circle that I cut, and then I've put some ribbon around the outside. And I've used, in the middle of the flowers, I don't know if you can see on the bottom one, I don't think it's picking it up. I think it's going to glare. I've actually used some jewel drops, you know, the Nuvo jewel drops, the clear ones. I don't think it's going to pick it up. I think it's trying to focus on this iridescent, but they're there on the flowers. This was one of my favourite things that I did for the swap. I actually don't want to get rid of it. It's so lovely, but I will. What I did was I stamped, all it is a piece of hardboard, you know, like you get in packaging. It's quite a thick piece. I just put some paper on the back to neaten it up. I started by just sploshing on some light blue paint, sort of quite watered down, making a few marks in the background with like the I can put it down, like circles, and there's a little bit of net there. Just literally made some marks. Then sort of roughly in the middle I put it's actually a what the mermaid's sitting on, it's actually a rock, a stamp of a rock. So I did that and coloured that up. Couldn't get the colour of that right. I was never fully happy with that bit, but then I stamped the mermaid on so she's sitting on it and coloured her in, painted her. Then I kind of did it so that it's kind of below the water and above the water. So above the water we've just got the birds in the sky. There's some little black dots there from a background stamp. Almost looks like they've dropped something. And I then stamped some, I don't know if you can really see, but they're all over. Weeds, whatever you want to call them, seaweed stamps, in like a bluey green colour. Just added a bit of detail. Then I cut another piece of that net, and then I've got some, it's like glossy accents, but it's not glossy accents. It's you can mix it into paints as well to make them glossy, and that's actually really sort of hard. It's almost like plasticized it actually. It doesn't feel like paper at all. So that looks kind of wet, as if it's under the water. And then I've put these 2 shells on there. Then what I did at the bottom, it's like German glass glitter in blue and green. I put some on with glue, and then what I've done is I've actually gone over it with what did I go over it with? Oh, the glossy stuff again. So it won't come off. It's like it's got a layer of like a glazed layer over it. And then I don't know if you can see by the end of that shell and at the end of the board there, almost like blobs of something clear. That's the jewel drops again, and it just looks like really watery. just put a few sequins in the background, and then lastly I glazed the mermaid where she'd be wet, and it just looks so nice. It just looks like she's wet. You know, when you look at it you think, oh, it's wet, but it's not. It looks so good. So I was really, really pleased with that. Then there's this. This was just using some offcuts. Just a few offcuts of paper and some stickers. Little fun embellishment there. That's that one. Then I think I'm going to come and do a part 2 because I have actually got quite a few. I'll see you in a minute.